Weinstein in that way, right? Because with Harvey Weinstein, everyone started coming forward, and then people were like, why didn't y'all say something sooner? Look at him. We would have believed you. Like, we don't do a good enough job of believing women, but with Harvey, I'd be like, whatever y'all say he did, he did. I can just see it from his build that he did whatever. But Diddy's a very different thing. Diddy is scary. A lot of people are scared of Diddy. And you wanna know one of the reasons why people are scared of Diddy? Because of where he comes from. There's gangsters, then there's gangsters. Okay? Diddy's dad has ties to Frank Lucas. If you don't know Frank Lucas is who Denzel played in American Gangster. That's who Diddy's dad hung out with. That's who Diddy's dad did business with. So when you ever rewatch American Gangster and you see that scene when Frank Lucas, Denzel stands up and in the middle, broad.
Now you can see why all his former associates are speaking out. They know he's finished and the clock is ticking. It's only a matter of time. Some people even think he might end up like Epstein because he's angered a lot of powerful individuals.
You got your respect in the street that gave you your power, that brought you your money. Totally different thing. He let that money, power, and respect go to his head, but he had it ass backwards. So do I care what happened? Nah. He got enough money to buy his way out.
Isn't it fascinating how the FBI decided to raid all the DA's homes at once? This event has caused quite a commotion, with many drawing parallels to high-profile cases like Harvey Weinstein's. The situation with Diddy is far from straightforward due to his connections with figures like Frank Lucas. There is concern about what might come next, with some speculating about extreme outcomes like suicide, given the gravity of the situation. The FBI has been going through the properties and has recovered secret tapes from his mansion. These tapes are not only incriminating, but also downright damning. It's only a matter of time before he gets thrown in prison. Diddy, everyone knows you're doing it on purpose. Stop dropping the soap, man.
Cuba, with all this stuff that's coming up with Diddy and you're on one end, 50 Cent is calling out Diddy and here's what he's doing and all this stuff, and they got the back and forth.
Yeah.
I got Suge on here.
Look at this example. Look what happened.
Yeah. And I got Suge on, exactly. No question about it. What do you think is going on with all the stuff with Diddy, with Little Rod, with, all the stories that everybody's hearing about?
You mean in terms of what?
I mean, being raiding his house being raided.
I mean, that's crazy. That's the craziest thing I'd ever. And then, hey, how about me? I wake up in the morning, I turn the station on. Hector Cuba Gooding Jr. I was like, excuse me, pull me into this.
Reports are now suggesting that the FBI discovered tapes at Diddy's residence, implicating him in illegal activities. It is also believed that Diddy may have intentionally kept these tapes, adding more fuel to the fire. B-Boy has publicly criticized him, and news of the raid has sparked widespread discussions.
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love.
Everything Jaguar Wright predicted about P. Diddy has come true. It appears she has even more insider information about the direction his case is heading. It seems he's not the only one facing serious trouble. Others might be implicated as well. The revelations have sparked intense public interest and speculation about the broader implications.
In Miami, she might work with the feds to go against Diddy.
My man, listen to me. Let me tell you something. they're gonna bring all three of those women in. You know, so they're gonna have an investigator talk to Young Miami, Cassie, and Gina. They all had a relationship with Puff at the same time. And maybe some other women too that we don't know about. But you gotta realize they were talking at each other.
The cops showed up unexpectedly at Diddy's place because they suspect he's involved in some shady activities. Jermaine Dupri mentioned that they're conducting a fair investigation despite Diddy's significant influence. Rumors are circulating that Diddy has done some questionable things, like stealing someone's identity. Jaguar Wright had predicted this, and now people are wondering if Young Miami might assist the cops with information on Diddy.
I don't know what he's going through. I don't know what the police are going to find out on all of that.
Were you guys close? Were you guys friends or?
We were acquaintances, just like I just showed you.
Yeah.
2-3 times I've seen him, so it's...
Oh, so Diddy, you've only seen him 2 or 3 times.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So why would they include you all of a sudden in some
I
way?
think because of the darkness of the other grab of the cases that I already had went through.
Right. A lot of that stuff is 18 though, 19, right? Those are from 5-6 years ago.
That's
cases.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was that at the peak of the Me Too movement, or was that pre-Me Too movement?
That's
that
right.
is Me
That's
Too
right
movement,
when it kicked off. Yeah,
Right.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Diddy.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But I did not know that you guys only hung out 2 or 3 times.
That's it, man.
Former Death Row Records boss and adversary of Diddy, Suge Knight, claims that Diddy knew Homeland Security was going to raid his homes. Knight alleges that Diddy is privy to numerous secrets, putting his life in danger. He suggests that the stakes are incredibly high, with powerful individuals potentially at risk if Diddy reveals what he knows. These revelations have heightened the drama surrounding the case, drawing significant public and media attention.
Okay, well, that's actually very insightful for you to give that perspective. So if you're saying what Diddy did to Usher or what Diddy did to Bieber, that we've seen these videos, not necessarily what he did, but the stories where he's living with them at 13. If he was their mentor, who was Diddy's mentor? We know some of the big names. I'm just curious if you have any names. You don't seem like somebody...
Well, for number one was Clyde Davis. And you got to understand one thing.
Diddy was aware of the Homeland Security raid on his homes and is believed to know some dangerous secrets. Meanwhile, Jermaine Dupri has discussed how Diddy manipulated him and others in the music industry, noting that deals often happen secretly. They were criticized for their support of Danny Masterson, the actor from That 70s Show, who was convicted last year of raping 2 women and sentenced to 30 years in prison. Letters of support for Masterson, written before his sentencing, claimed he always treated people with decency, equality, and generosity. Speculation abounds regarding the nature of the evidence collected during these operations, with suggestions of materials related to alleged criminal activities such as human trafficking and financial misconduct.
I expect in short order he will be back in the country, without question.
Unless he went to a country that doesn't have an extradition policy. but let me ask you this.
They usually don't work out too well.
Oh, no? I mean, again, people were like, oh my gosh, if he knew the heat was on him, he's just going to go
The potential charges and consequences revolve around accusations of tax evasion, financial misconduct, operating a racketeering enterprise with sex workers, and groping and sexual harassment. Since federal authorities raided Diddy's homes, several people have come forward to share their experiences. If proven, these allegations could lead to severe repercussions, including hefty fines and possible imprisonment.
Up in Skyfox right now for more. Stu, what do we know?
Yeah, I heard her say you were live. Copy.
All right, there you see Skyfox overhead of this home where, again, we are seeing Department of Homeland Security investigators.
The government raided P. Diddy's places, uncovering illegal activities that have complicated matters. They're alleging he might be involved in sex trafficking, financial issues, and tax evasion, serious accusations. If found guilty, he could face hefty fines or imprisonment. The investigation is progressing, indicating the severity of the situation and the uncertainties surrounding Diddy's future. During the LA raid, Diddy's 26-year-old son, Christian, was handcuffed and questioned. It was the first time the FBI simultaneously visited all of Diddy's residences, drawing considerable attention. Diddy's situation differs significantly from Harvey Weinstein's, as he has connections to gangsters like Frank Lucas. Over the weekend, Diddy was seen having a dance party for one at his Miami estate, which had been raided by the feds just 5 days earlier. Despite this, he seemed carefree, dancing and laughing. The father of 7 also broke his social media silence, perhaps attempting to maintain a facade amidst the